Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner. Da-doom-doom-ch.
How long are you supposed to leave tea bags in? Grow up, Jonathan. I'm serious.
I think it's just the plural of the statement was the one like tea bags in.
Well, because I have 2 bags in there. Like,
I mean, and then it looked even worse that you're dangling them over the freaking tea, like both of them together.
It's a true statement. Like, there was no other way to say that. Well, welcome, friends, to Kenobi's Corner. I'm Eric. This is John.
Hello.
Ethan. Welcome back. We're here to talk to you this week about science, sci-fi, fantasy, science fiction, fantasy, comic books, movies, video games, everything we find interesting in between.
Everything in between.
Welcome back, John. You've been away for far too long.
No, man, it was a little bit. People don't know. People think I was away for just one episode. I mean, not even away for an episode. We recorded, we posted, came back.
I know. But you're away. I felt your presence was missed. Only because you were out of the office for a week and some days, I feel.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Yep.
I'm not even going to lie about that.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, Colorado, man. It was a good time?
Hell yeah, it was. Colorado's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's,
I hear their winters are remarkably mild.
They're what?
Remarkably mild?
What is remarkably mild?
No, the winters?
Oh, the winters.
Yeah.
No,
they're
not
really cold.
But the summers are remarkably mild.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because we left here when we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got out of the house by 6:30 in the morning to start driving up there, and it was like 77 degrees. Like at 6 before the sun came up at 6:30 in the morning.
It was a sticky 77 degrees.
Got on the road, had the really cool air conditioning. You know, everything was going fine. Got up to around Amarillo, and it was like that's probably the hottest spot we hit, just because it was at that time of day, and that was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So that was still fine. Like, I was okay. 90 degrees, better than 105 that we've been having all last week, the week before I left.
Yeah.
I was like, great. This is 15 degrees cooler. Awesome. From there on, like, it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. By the time we got to Colorado, it was like 67. I was like, this is amazing.
Damn it.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Felt so brisk and alive.
Yes.
Damn it. Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you got to enjoy the fairer parts of weather during this. You know what? I feel like summertime in South Texas. Like, I feel like I think everybody down here know what it's like to be waterboarded. You know, because that's
just
what we
walk
breathe.
outside.
Just walk outside during any part of the day, and it's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, it's bad.
So, but enough weather talk.
Enough weather talk. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about sick talk, because this is the sickest episode of Kenobi's Corner.
The sickest. That's right.
Yes, because I've been sick before, and we've done episodes. You've been sick before, and we've done episodes. But today only,
We're both
super sick.
Yeah. we're both under the weather. And not the cool-ass weather that John was just talking about. No, we're not going to go back down that route, John. Don't bring up the weather anymore, Jonathan.
Right? Yeah, okay, it's done.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. Something's going around. Stomach, strep.
Yeah. And it's funny because I left healthy.
Uh-huh.
Last time I saw you, you were completely healthy.
Yeah, I was
And then
fine.
we both ended up getting sick.
I don't know what it
completely
is,
different
man.
situations.
You brought it back with you
I didn't bring it back with me.
was,
Brandy took it up with us and then gave it to me while we were up there.
That's true.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened down here. My whole family's sick now. Like, I don't know if I took it home to them or baby gave it to us, but everybody's just
It's done.
passing it around to everybody.
Well, hey, it happens.
I know my mom just texted me she's sick too, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, which is weird because my mom, texts us terribly. So, but
it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. We're gonna move on from here, and we're gonna do this quickly so we can get back to being super medicated.
Yes, because we got a 4-hour time period before the next time we got to take our NyQuil, DayQuil.
Yeah, more on the clock.
Robitussin.
All of the above.
I drop shots. Yep.
I drop shots. Yep.
Yep. So let's jump in. Let's talk about all the Star Wars news that came out.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of it. First of all, a bunch of Easter eggs. If you don't want to know about Episode 9, a bunch of not so much Easter. Yeah, I guess Easter eggs.
I don't know if they're Easter eggs. In fact, it's funny because you keep saying Easter eggs. We talked about Easter eggs. All our notes have Easter eggs all over them. But one of the things I'm planning to talk about here in just a little bit is like what an actual Easter egg is.
Okay.
And where the thing came from. But anyway, continue on with your thing. Call it an Easter egg for now, and then we'll get back to defining that in just a moment.
Don't show me that because now I don't want to say Easter egg at all.
Well, then you got to choose your words carefully, man. That's what happens.
Okay. One of the things that came out recently, Jonathan's Boyega was being interviewed by BBC, and they asked him like, "Hey, who was recently on set?" And basically, kind of asking him to confirm that Prince Harry, Prince William, were they on set? Were they going to be in the movie? Yada yada yada, and he pretty much confirms it. He's just like, yeah, they were there. They maybe had some lines. I think maybe they got cut out. I'm not too sure. Oh, and also Tom Hardy was there too. You know, but unabated, he was just like, oh, who else? Who else is there?
That guy.
He's like, I might as well confirm it. He's like, I'm tired of hiding it. Just to kind of let it out there, which is cool because a lot of these things like what is it? The Stormtroopers 007.
JB 007.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Which was Daniel Craig. That's right. Man, my words. Couldn't find them today.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to complete your sentences.
I was like, John, finish my sentence.
I'm sure you'll do the same for me later on in this episode. I'm sure.
I was pointing right at him just so we could finish it. Fill me in, John. Help me out. So I think that's cool, man. I think them jumping in there would be kind of fun. But I think that's what it is. Like, there's super serious tones that are going to be happening in this next film, and to have some of that kind of fun campiness that we had in the first film, not in the first film, but in The Force Awakens. I'm glad they're bringing that back and kind of bringing that forward too.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I mean, you know what, it's funny, I can't remember what the heck it is that we were talking about, but Brandy and I were talking about just the same thing, that, dude, I love seeing when big-time actors do, like, cameo spots, or not even big-time actors, just, like, people in general. Like, I mean, the Prince I don't know, I can't. The Prince Eye, thank you. We'll just change it to that now. But, I mean, they're not, they're popular figures. They're not necessarily movie stars or actors or anything like that, but for them to have a cameo spot, that to me is pretty cool. Like, they're not necessarily, like, my favorite people, and I don't look up to them or anything like that, but I just like the situation. Like, they're obviously fans enough of this franchise and of these movies that they want a piece of it and want a part of it. I can't remember who it was. One of the pitchers for the New York Mets, if you're into baseball at all, he was in the last episode of Game of Thrones. Not episode 5, episode 4 with the dragon. That's all I'm going to say, to keep from saying spoilers, in case you don't watch Game of Thrones.
No spoilers.
Or you haven't watched with the latest episodes. But in the big battle scene in episode 4, one of the pitchers for the New York Mets makes a cameo spot in there. Like, and he's actually seen on camera. You just, unless you know him, you can't really identify him.
Right on.
And you don't even think about it. I think most of the time it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of extras. And like, nope, there's like some famous people in there.
Nice.
So, but I mean, I love that. I think that's freaking cool.
Is that an Easter egg?
It's
okay. I'm gonna bug you about it now. All right. Let's move on. Okay, so we got a trailer. No, wait, we didn't get a trailer. We got just more set pics from Han Solo. I'm really appreciating, and we talked about this before because we were talking about how we're not getting we're not getting a trailer.
Yeah.
We're just getting a whole lot from the actors that are on the Han Solo flick. They're posting a bunch of set pics, just kind of behind the scenes. Like, hey, this is us having a good old time. But Ron Howard's doing the exact same thing. Quit messing around. Give us a trailer already.
Put your social media down. Stop with the Instagrams and like just give us some trailer gootage.
Quit showing us pictures of wires and like helmets left on consoles and everybody. Yes, we're all glad you're enjoying yourself. Give us a little something.
I like that tonal shift of it though, man. Like, and I don't know if it's coming from Ron Howard. I don't know if it's just the way that the mood is on set now, or what it is overall. One of the corrections is just to correct myself before I go any further and forget. Amelia Clark, what she did is she posted on Instagram that she had reached 1 million followers on Instagram, or I don't know. It was a lot of followers. Sure. I don't remember the exact number, but it wasn't anybody's birthday or anything like that. And that's why she posted the video of like Chewbacca freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
So it was the actor in the Chewbacca suit, which had a horrible Wookiee scream, but he tried.
Yeah.
And just kind of running around.
Like him, though.
Yeah. To the T.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. Like, and this is cool to me. I don't mind if they're gonna take their time with the trailer as long as the trailer is good, you know. And that's the thing now too, man, is that there's so many times where we get a teaser trailer, and that's what we get like a year before. Is just a teaser trailer, and then it's still like 6 to 8 months before we get an actual true trailer. I mean, think about when we got the Thor trailer. The Thor trailer wasn't until like fairly recently, and then we got 2 almost back to back within a couple of months of each other.
And we got a third one we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah, and the teaser trailer was way, way before.
Yeah.
So at this point, they should have released the teaser trailer by normal standards. But I'm okay with it not having a teaser trailer just yet if we go almost right into... If they give us like a teaser trailer and a regular trailer right back to back, I'm totally fine with that. Like that's cool. And meanwhile, I don't know. I enjoy these. It seems like they're happy on set. Like each one of these photos, like it's like they're enjoying their time doing this movie, and I kind of appreciate that more than them just rushing a trailer to get a trailer out there. Because I mean, I'm assuming they're doing a bunch of reshoots or re-editing this movie, making sure that it's right on script.
Yeah.
Apparently. So I can understand, and I'm fine with that. Like, let it be, let it sit. Just to see the fact that they're enjoying themselves and the movie is being made, I'm fine. That's cool.
Yeah, I think, and I think part of that is too because maybe the tone has completely shifted as well, and the scenes that they have, cutting that together to try to make a trailer or anything like that right now, and maybe be maybe just too early. So maybe they're still in the thick of it. So. I guess take your time. I'm still, of course, we still like to see something sooner than later. But hey, what can you do?
What can you do?
That's right.
Well, we can talk about Obi-Wan.
We can talk about Obi-Wan now.
Yeah.
Officially, we can talk about Obi-Wan because it has been announced.
Yes, it's freaking cool, man. We've talked about this already so much. It feels like we've been talking about the Han Solo stuff.
Yeah.
But before we really haven't cared. Now we're starting to care a little bit more, it feels like, because we're getting all these pictures and stuff like that. We've talked about it more than we had any time previous. Like, even from when it started recording, we really hadn't said anything about it.
Yeah.
Then they switched directors, and now there's all these media posts, and we've talked about it a lot more. So they've made it a little bit more relevant. But I think most of the times when we've talked about it, we said that it really doesn't matter. If it would be an Obi Wan movie, we would care. And here it is. They've heard us. They've obviously been listening to the podcast. And taken our suggestions. And now we get an Obi Wan Kenobi film. And dude, I'm super excited, man. So Stephen Daldry, is apparently the guy they're talking to about doing the about directing it and kind of overseeing like kind of things that are going. So apparently no script yet, but they do have like a story idea. And I mean, just the fact that it's starting and they're gonna do it and it's gonna happen, dude, that's freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
And the director is I don't know. I'm not really familiar with all the stuff that he's done, but it definitely sees a lot more serious tone, dramatic kind of tone, not action or funny or anything like that. Which I'm okay with because that's kind of been the character of Kenobi even from the beginning. Like he didn't really do a whole lot of action or anything like that.
Yeah, if they did some kind of like thriller or something like that with his character, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
like it doesn't need to be always in the Star Wars universe, we don't need to have some like great, great battle or just like, the behind the scenes, like kind of like a Munich or I think Inglourious Bastards did it really well, where it was like, yes, there were some gruesome scenes, yes, it was a lot of fighting, but like it was more like the story that built up to those scenes was amazing.
Yeah, it was all those moments.
Yeah, it was that built up those moments. It like made you like those scenes weren't great or fantastic in any way. Like the ending, like there was a blowing up the theater scene, which was great. But it was like on a small scale. It was still like small scale wins that made a big impact. So I think if they did something like that with Kenobi's movie, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, dude. And I mean, I love how you almost said Kenobi's corner.
Yeah, almost. It almost slipped out. I was like, "Whoa, gotta catch myself."
I was like, I got it. I know where your mind was going. Anyway, but yeah, dude, like I think that would be awesome. Like I know you didn't watch all of Clone Wars, right? Like the animated series.
The animated series, yeah.
Okay, so with that one, even then, from what I remember, and if I'm remembering this correctly, Anakin and Ahsoka always had the action pieces. And whenever there was something that was a little bit more intimate, a little bit more in politics, a little bit more like strategic and low key, like those were all Obi Wan's episodes. You know, where he was really just like there to be a mentor or to be a guide or, you know, to kind of help out with a situation that doesn't necessarily require a ton of action. Maybe there was a couple of pieces of action set, but it was a lot more of like the talking and planning and, you know, kind of scheming and things like that. And dude, that's who the character has been written and how he's been written like forever. So I'm kind of glad with that. And we'll see if it does go that way or what they end up doing with it. But if they're talking to that director, it feels like that's going to be the way it's going to go.
Yeah. And it's funny because even Ewan McGregor said he wanted to come back and play him again.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering
Dude, I have my fingers crossed right now.
Yeah. Because he's played him, I think, longer than Alec Guinness has. So
yeah. Oh, easily. Because he played him. He's played Obi-Wan for at least the 3 movies. I don't know if he did the voice at all for any of the animated stuff.
I want to say maybe the games.
Well, I'm thinking maybe the first animated movie for Clone Wars.
Oh.
Because there was also a movie when they first introduced like Ahsoka and get into some of that stuff. So, and I don't know if maybe he did any of those or the hand-drawn animated series, the classic drawn animated series style, which seems to have fallen out of canon. I don't know for sure, but I haven't seen anywhere that it says that it is. So, I mean, there's a bunch of that stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, even then, like 3 movies already under his belt, like it'd be awesome to see him get a lead in his own, which would be, I mean, fun to me. Like, and he's done it so well, dude. He's been like a really, really good Obi-Wan. So I really hope they can get him back, or they allow him to come back, I guess, if it fits within the story that they're thinking about.
Right. In a league of his own.
Yeah. I like it, man.
Well, right on, dude. Well,
moving out of Star Wars.
Moving out of Star Wars and into some education. What is up, dude? Tell me.
Easter eggs. Okay, so let me start off by saying this. We've been talking about it. We've already said it on the episode. I went to Colorado, drove up to Colorado this past week from Texas, which is a super long drive, 14 long hours in the car. 15, I think, it was the total drive time that we actually made.
Nice.
Yeah, no, not nice at all. It was long. And then we drove back. We stopped by to see my parents and the tip of Texas. And then we came back down this way. So, I mean, in total in the car, I was trying to add it up earlier, but it's like 24 plus hours we spent in the car, maybe even more. It's got to be more. I don't know. I can't do math right now. There's too much snot in my head. But one of the things that we did is my wife and I got to read through Ready Player One. And while one of us was driving, the other person was reading aloud. So it was kind of like an audiobook, but then you got your own chance to read and be your own like storyteller of it. So I got to practice.
So the way they used to do it in old school days.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Before audiobooks were a thing.
Like radio dramas. I didn't do voices because I can't do them too well. But, you know, I tried to do a little bit so that you could tell who was talking at that point. I'm horrible with them. But, dude, that book is legit. I love the book. I love the book. The book itself, I don't want to give away too much because I don't know how much is going to be within the actual story of the movie. But the whole point is that James Halliday creates the Oasis, which is an online immersive world. So he creates it to be a game kind of like an immersive MMO, massive multiplayer online. But it expands to so much of everything else, and everybody gets immersed into that world. Everybody lives in that world now. And one of the cool things is that when it's not a cool thing that he dies, but he passes away, and he leaves his fortune to whoever can find his Easter egg. Thinking about back to the origin, just brought me back to the origin of what Easter eggs really are. And a lot of times it's like something that's hidden that leads to something else. The Easter eggs in classic video games are not just that, hey, it's like, something that's there that's referencing something else, right? So it's not that there's just a poster of another movie that's in a video game and, hey, like, oh, look, it's a poster of this. Like an Easter egg, the very first Easter egg was like you found a hidden room. And when you went into that room, it was like the game developer's name.
Yeah.
And it's like he hid it in there like so that other people couldn't find it, but he got a way to put his name in the fact that he wrote this game and developed this game and coded it and everything. Yeah. So it's kind of a more of a, hey, this is what's going on. And this is, you have to dig and find something to discover other things, right? So, there's a lot of them like that.
Yeah.
There's like the secret rooms. There's the, the way to get like a ton of extra lives in games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Mario, finding the warp.
Exactly. Like you get into the first world in Mario, you get halfway through, you squat down on one of the blocks, Mario 3, in fact. You know what I'm talking about? Like you squat down and then all of a sudden you drop back behind everything. Yeah. It's a little bit of a glitch in the game, but it's also an Easter egg now because that's like, unless you know where to find it exactly or the first person to discover it was like, dude, that's mind blowing. Like, so it's not just necessarily a reference, which I think it's become a lot of like, people say like, oh, all the Easter eggs. And it's just like, oh, okay, look, we can see this poster for this other thing. Or you saw this thing over here. And it's like, that's cool. And that's a lot of aesthetics, but I think Easter eggs have a lot deeper meaning when you look at the actual meaning of the word. And that's cool. If people want to use it, I will probably end up using that term for those same kind of things later on. That's fine. But I love that this book is based off of actual Easter eggs. Like that's the whole point, is like to find his treasure, to find the inheritance he left behind for somebody to dig out and find within the game. And then they inherit his actual wealth. That's a great way to do the Easter egg thing. And I loved it, dude. The book is freaking amazing. We enjoyed every second of it. My wife, who doesn't ever read anything, and by her own admission, like she doesn't read a whole lot. She doesn't usually pick up books and finish them out. But dude, like she was right there along there reading with me. Like I started the process of it. I kind of got her into the mood of reading this book, and then she read a bunch of chapters like to me out loud while I was driving. So freaking awesome. One of the things that we did is as soon as we read it, we went back and watched the trailer. And we, not realizing what the heck was going on. So I know one of the things when the trailer dropped, and we kind of talked about it here, and you mentioned it, like the QR code on the car. Yeah. Right? So there's a moment in time, you can pause the trailer, there's a QR code on the car. It takes you to the Innovative Online Industries website, to kind of like join the team and join the people who are hunting for the egg, for the Easter egg. Dude, but there's so much more stuff that I hadn't realized, like, and people are just starting to discover. Like, there's a different cut of the trailer that doesn't include anything at the end part of the trailer, and you have to dig to get to it. I couldn't even find how to get to it right now. Like, I was trying to do that. I should have done a little bit more research to kind of get into it, but I already know what it is, so I was kind of like not that into looking for it. But there's a cut of the trailer that'll actually show you a scoreboard. So if you've read the book, you kind of understand what the scoreboard is. And the scoreboard is for the people who are hunting for this egg and who've actually found the right clues. They get put on a scoreboard. And there's an actual scoreboard in the book that tells you like, hey, this is the person leading the hunt for the egg once they found the right clues. And in that other cut of the trailer that you don't see, it's not the one you can just go on YouTube and like, hey, here's the cut of the trailer. It shows a scoreboard at the beginning of the trailer. The scoreboard is blank, then it flashes a bunch of random numbers, and then like fades out like as it starts displaying letters. So even if you look at the letters, you can't tell. It's just all gibberish. But if you look at the numbers, you can decode the numbers and turn them like into, I think I don't know if it's binary or they have like it's ASCII. You convert the numbers into letters, and then it actually shows the scoreboard as it looks like in the book.
Oh, wow.
Like, but you have to find that cut of the trailer. You have to find you have to find a way to translate it. And then once you do, like, you get an Easter egg, like a true Easter egg of what it is.
That's crazy.
Now, one of the other things that people have discovered is that if you look at the title cards in the shots of the trailer, like the actual trailer that everybody's watched hundreds of times, there's letters that come up through those title cards. So when it says Ready Player One across the screen, like you give it a second and then all of a sudden like you'll see a letter pop up. And people have collected these letters. I've actually linked to it in our description if you want to start playing this game. But people have started trying to collect letters that show up within the trailer because, dude, there's a bunch of them. Like there's letters throughout that people think they're letters, people don't think they're letters. There's letters that then get highlighted throughout everything. And so people don't know exactly what to make of it. People are trying to put it together to see what it is. But I mean, we can only expect that it's another massive, like, real Easter egg that somebody's going to find at some point.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're running a secret competition to this. I don't know if they're, if it's just for fun, and maybe it's just to give book fans, like, something to kind of look forward to and kind of look through. Yeah. Because this is the exact same kind of stuff that happens in the book.
That's
like,
crazy.
You blink and you miss it. And, dude, it's so freaking awesome. Like, it gets me so hyped for this movie. Like, I didn't think I'd be that into it. When I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, it'll be a fun movie. But, dude, after reading the book and after rewatching this trailer and seeing all the things that are being put out for it, dude, I'm so freaking hyped, dude. Dude, I can't wait. I really, really can't wait.
Well, that's freaking amazing, dude. Like, I'm wondering if it's more like if it's something of the same, like you find all this stuff and you get like some kind of like secret code or some kind of secret message or something.
It might just be a QR code. Like, I don't know. But like the fact that it's out there and it's doing it and people are collectively as an internet starting to do some of this stuff, that's awesome. Shall we move on?
Yes.
I've rented enough.
Yeah.
I've rented enough.
No,
if you want more, if you want to get more involved, check out the link in the description.
I'm gonna watch
Message us. I could talk about this all day now.
I'm gonna watch that trailer like 5 more times. That's
yeah,
for sure.
dude. Oh man, check it out.
Not to get you talking anymore. I'm gonna talk about something else that you really like. But the Guardians of the Galaxy music video that they put out for the announcement of the Blu-ray digital download of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was freaking amazing, dude.
Dude, that's the kind of advertising that works on me. Because I was planning, I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait for the Blu-ray to come out. There's no need to do anything. Well, as of this week, I already bought the digital copy.
Oh, you did?
But I still plan to get the Blu-ray when it comes out.
Yeah, I was going to go get it too, and I'm like, damn it. I didn't get the digital copy, but I'm definitely still going to go get the hard copy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that music video was pretty on point. I like the, integrating everybody, even James Gunn doing his very best James Gunn impression, and going out there. So I thought it was cool. Dude, if you haven't seen it, we definitely link the video.
Freaking awesome.
Check it out. It's very 70s disco, 80s.
Yeah.
Mix. So
well, now that I got the digital copy of the movie, it's a song that's actually in the movie.
Yeah,
it's at the end credits. Yeah. It's in the end credits also.
I said that in the trailer. It's the end credits.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And dude, it's funny, man. Like rewatching the movie and everything. Like I didn't even know, because they say the line for Zadu Hasselfrau. And it just like sings it over again. But it's just because that's what she calls David Hasselhoff because she can't remember his name.
Oh,
when Gamora is talking to Star-Lord in the movie, like she's like Zardu Hasselfrau, and she's like the guy you looked up to, and he's like David Hasselhoff, and I was like, it makes so much sense. Like,
damn it, yeah.
But that's because I had already watched the music video like 20 times by the time I rewatched the movie. I've watched that thing way too many times. I love that music video. I'm done saying about that because I'm probably gonna go home and watch it again.
I bet you will. Well, getting off the Marvel news, I think.
No, not yet.
No, wait. Yes.
One more Marvel news. I just used the same title that you used for another thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. You did.
So, Strange popped up. But we got, just a quick mention, we got another cut of the Thor Ragnarok trailer, an international trailer this time, and you get to see Doctor Strange. Like, he's looking across the Sanctum Sanctorum, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then you get to see Doctor Strange floating, says a couple lines to him, and then it gets to the regular stuff that's been in all the other trailers. But that's freaking awesome, dude. The fact that he's in there, and he's here now, and he's present, I'm down with.
I wonder if that kind of cool. Leads right off of the bonus footage from Doctor Strange where Thor is chilling out with him.
It might be, because it seems like that's where they're at, right? Like the New York Sanctum.
What I kind of got from that is where the story, what I think it's going to go, and this might be like right on the nose, or maybe it's too on the nose to say, but I'll just say it anyway. So the story will be like Thor goes to Earth to look for Odin.
Yeah.
There he runs into Hela. Hela destroys his hammer. Thor finds Doctor Strange, asks him for help. Doctor Strange trying to figure out how to use his, or maybe not even try to figure out. Maybe he just feels like maybe the best place for him to get his band together, I guess, sends him to Sakaar so he can find the Hulk. Maybe he looks for the Hulk and sends him there via portal, and then maybe that's all of Doctor Strange's contribution was just like opening up a portal for Thor, pushing him through it. There, he's good to go.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe he'll show up in like the third act or something.
Oh, yeah. Coming back.
I don't know.
Yeah, because
all speculation.
Yeah, all speculation, of course. But I mean, maybe it's like the way they did in Civil War, where they cut out pretty much Spider-Man in the scenes of where they show him in the trailer of side by side next to everybody else when they're about to fight at the airport. Mm-hmm. Like there's like this pan shot of all the heroes on one side, all the heroes on the other side before they go at it.
You just don't see Spider-Man.
But you don't see Spider-Man. But in the movie, he's in the lineup.
Yeah.
So maybe, there's a lineup of heroes like with Hulk, Thor, and with a couple other characters that they pick up along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe Valkyrie and Loki.
Yeah.
Maybe he's there with them, fighting alongside him. Who knows? I mean, that'd be cool.
I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for the movie, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to talk about it too much. Just an update.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I can't wait till the movie comes out.
So that's where Strange popped up. A stranger pop-up I wanted to talk about just really quick. A bar in Chicago opened up, all in the realm of the Stranger Things. It's this great little place. It looks like everything in there looks pretty on point.
Yeah.
Down to the menu. Like everything is like Hawkins themed. Like inside is like dimly lit with the Christmas lights.
And the alphabet. Christmas lights.
The alphabet Christmas lights set up. Even down the hallway, the Christmas lights are set up on the ceiling. There's even like a table pinned to the ceiling with Eggies. It looks really, really legit. Like, it looks really, really cool.
So it looks like it's this weekend only.
Yep.
Yeah, the Upside Down. So if you happen to be in New York, go check it out. Please.
I thought it was Chicago.
Chicago? Mm-hmm. Maybe I misread. Well, Chicago. I don't know.
If you happen to be in the Chicago area, 2367 North Milwaukee Avenue at Emporium's pop-up space. And it used to house the surf bar. It's going on now through the weekend. It will last through the 4th week of September. Check it out.
Yeah.
It looks legit.
It's awesome.
Please send us pics.
Awesome.
Yeah, like everything is Stranger Things themed, and also even the menu is like pretty legit. Like the Demogorgon, the She's Our Friend and She's Crazy, the Mouth Breather, Coffee and Contemplation, nice, and 11 Zagos, pretty legit.
I want to go there. I want to go there so bad.
I want to go to there. Yes, very nice.
Well, too bad I'm not a millionaire.
I know, right?
I'd be there right now.
Or even 100,000 air to where we
100,000 air.
Like,
I like it.
Yeah. Don't even need to break the mill. Just give me enough so I can just go there for the weekend and hang out.
That'd be amazing. But alas, we'll just have to live vicariously through somebody else.
Yeah. I think we should just jump into... we jumped out of Marvel. Let's go back into Marvel a little bit. I say a little bit, but a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because Defenders dropped.
Well, you can do a lot of it, because I'm only a little bit into it.
Okay.
But
John's...
I will get there.
John's on the tip of the Defenders.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, because you watched the first episode, right?
I watched the first episode, yes.
Right on. So we're going to do a little light discussion. We won't get into spoilers too much, and then you want to talk about full spoilers next episode?
Yeah, I mean, either way's totally fine. Whatever you want to do, bruh.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the one who's behind here.
I mean, that's true, but man, I feel like...
we got to give people some time to watch it.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be able to be out on Friday and just get to sit at home and watch all the Defender series.
Yeah, like somebody,
like somebody.
That, okay. It wasn't by choice. I was definitely pushed out of the office.
Well, you were sick, so you had an excuse.
Yeah. So we just get to lay home and like kind of fade in and out of life, I feel. But yeah. So let's talk about it briefly. The first 4 episodes I think have been reviewed pretty heavily because the first 4 episodes were released to like specific people in the media already, so they've already dropped a review of that. So let's at least talk about some of the things that we've seen so far, and like I'll kind of give you some highlights into the rest of the show and the series. But kind of overall, from what you can see so far, what is your take?
Dude, it's pretty cool, man. I really like that they're doing stuff to differentiate each character so far in what I've seen. Like, I haven't got far into it. So the first like episode itself, like they're kind of cutting from scene to scene, and it looks like each character is still being individualized a lot. Like, they haven't crossed. If you look at it, each time it changes from a different character to character, they get their own different kind of lighting. They get different kind of shots. They get different kind of music. Like, I was like, dude, this is really cool. Like, it got me hooked into it. And I wanted to keep watching more. But, dude, I loved that aspect of it. Just like kind of, hey, they're all individuals right now, but eventually it seems like they're going to have to come together.
They have to. That's what the series is about.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
how soon do they come together? Because I don't know.
Oh man. It seems, for only being 8 episodes, it seems like it takes longer for them to get together than it should, because they see each other in episode 2.
Okay.
I feel, and they don't really get together until episode 3 or 4.
Okay.
And that only gives them like a couple episodes to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And then kind of really get into it. So I think it takes longer than it should.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it follows the same trope. And I say trope, like, I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it has to be, right? Like, it follows the same kind of formula like the Avengers or Civil War did, with bringing in large groups of people that have their own backstories and their own kind of baggage that comes with them, and trying to bring them together to fight as a team. And I think that kind of takes longer. Some parts kind of frustrating, but it seems like it gets some of its elements together. It just takes a while to get things going. I feel like the baddie is done really well. There's some twists in there that are done really well also. Okay. Without giving anything away. I think just overall, like, it was done well, but not great. I think that, what's his name? Iron Fist.
Yeah.
He still seems like the weakest character throughout the entire thing. And I don't know what it is. Like, it seems like for as strong as a character he is, he has the weakest overall presence. And I think it makes me like him more. Like, I like him more in the Defenders than I did in his own series.
Yeah.
I think if they continue to treat him like or they develop him like the way this is going, like, it should be good. But man, it just seems like he's already in his own series. Why? Like, he's already had his own series, but it still seems like they're still trying to develop him. Yeah. And I think that's the frustrating part of the whole series, is like, everybody else knows their deal. Yeah. Except for him, who came with his deal. He's the one that knows, like, I'm the Iron Fist. I came. Yeah. I punched, the dragon in the heart, in his molten lava heart. And I'm the immortal Iron Fist. He's the one that knows what he is. Yeah. But for some reason, he's the one that still doesn't know who he is. Yeah. Like, that's super frustrating.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, I don't know. But I think overall, the series is really well. It's done really well. I can't wait for you to see the rest of it. Like,
I'm excited to see it. Like, it caught my interest. Like, it wasn't anything that was super spectacular so far. So I like it, and it's got enough interesting storylines to keep me interested in the rest of the thing. But I'm not like, oh, I need to watch this. I need to burn through it immediately. Especially if I hadn't been into Marvel stuff so much. Like, I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably finish it through this weekend. But it's not like Daredevil, the first season especially, where like I just could not stop watching it. Or Stranger Things, where we stayed up all night, like, just tearing through the whole thing because we could not stop watching it. Like, this is cool and it's interesting and I like it. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like, we'll see how it develops. I'm so curious to see about it. And you talk about it. I mean, it makes me want to watch it. Yeah. It really sucks that Danny Rand is so kind of out there right now. And hopefully they'll rein him back. Hopefully they'll bring it in. Hopefully they'll listen to the criticisms of everybody else. And I think that'll be cool. Like, I mean, hopefully they'll bring it out. And it sucks that they had to develop him more in this. But, I mean, that's what we get. It's all right. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think once you see it, like, you'll... like, I want to definitely talk to you more about it and kind of, like, let everybody else know more and more about, like, a couple of the things that they reference that are direct callbacks to the comics. Nice. Some of the things that are happening in here that are development of specific partnerships that are developing, certain things that are just really kind of like in their infancy in here, and you can see, like, well, maybe they are trying to build toward a bigger universe. The one thing that I will say that's also frustrating is that for some reason, like, they still can't say, like, the Avengers. Like, they still can't say the Chitauri, or they still can't say the Hulk, or they can't say Thor, they can't say Iron Man, they can't say Spider-Man, they never mention that. They always say, like, oh, the Incident, or the Lightning Bolt guy.
Yeah, just call him.
Everybody knows his name.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, Thor, that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does not make any freaking sense, man. It's dumb.
Yeah.
DUM dumb.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, it's still getting there. It's still a work in progress. Like, as amazing as Daredevil season 1 was,
Yeah.
like, the order of shows that I really liked it, I think Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and then Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
But Luke Cage was really good. Okay, I don't know. I can't rank these, all right? But, of course, this one's going to be better than Iron Fist. And I think better than... I don't think it's better than Jessica Jones or Daredevil season 2.
No, I really love Jessica Jones, though. Jessica Jones is probably my favorite one so far.
Yeah.
Like, I just, that series was amazing. And I think it was a lot to do with David Tennant, but because he just acted his ass off for that role. And, I mean, it's freaking amazing. Yeah. But... yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll have to watch it and we'll see where it kind of lands for me.
Yeah.
But I just can't see, so far, I can't see it being better than Jessica Jones and Daredevil season 1, you know, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think in the one spot it's Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 1 and 2, and then Luke Cage, and then it's Defenders in this 2 spot, and then 3 is Iron Fist.
Okay, yeah. I see it. I see that.
It's a 4-way tie for first. Yeah. But I don't know. It's good. The acting is really well. Danny Rand is good, and there's even like a statement that he makes in there is like almost like a direct reference to the criticism of the first season of Iron Fist. So keep an ear out for that. Other than that, I think it's done well. It's just a little bit slow paced for a only 8 episode series. Yeah, and I think that's my only criticism of it. But other than that, it's done really well. The fight scenes are pretty amazing. There's a few large fight scenes that are done really, really well, and they don't feel over the top. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah, watch it. Yeah, for sure.
Check it out.
Check it out. If you're into it, check it out. If you're not into it, watch Daredevil season 1 or Jessica Jones. Yes, because those will hook you.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Those will get you hooks
real good.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, cool. I think we're gonna wrap up because
I know
we need more medicine.
I know the medicine is wearing off. gotta get back home.
Yeah. No, we need to go get the medicine. We need to start feeling better. We need to take all the vitamins that we can, so that next week we can be back to 80% at our normal top running speed.
Yeah, I know. I'm pumping on all cylinders instead of like the 2.5 like my old Geostorm used to run on.
Exactly. So cool, awesome. Until then, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all as Kenobi's Corner, all one word, no spaces or apostrophes. If you want to search our name, you should be able to find us as well. Kenobi's, that's apostrophe S, space Corner. And you can find us just about anywhere. We have our SoundCloud page at kenobiscorner.rocks. If you find us anywhere on those, please send us a post, send us a message, send us information of what you want to hear about. Comment back at us. Like, we'd love that. We'd love to have some debates with people out there, or maybe just talk about stuff. I just like talking all the time, so that's what happens.
Jonathan loves to run his mouth.
Hell yeah, I do. And type, I guess, apparently, because that goes with it.
Well, yeah, in the next coming weeks, we're going to be talking about some Game of Thrones, and the season is about to wrap up, not this week, but the following week, and then an even shorter season the following year. So we definitely want to talk about some Game of Thrones news and see what y'all think. So keep an ear out for that. But until then, my friends, enjoy yourselves and each other.